why should I even have to answer that question to begin with? Some may say, I just go with the flow. I take things as they come. Or I'm an anti-intellectual, some might say. I don't want to deal with questions of worldview as you pose them on your terms as a philosopher or as a thinker or as a theologian, etc. The assumption that we're making in this course is that there is some level of reflection that goes into the way we navigate the world, the way we see the world, that involves taking philosophical positions, even if we are not always as willing to admit it's part of a package of assumptions that we're taking for granted. So that's one of the assumptions of this course, that whether you wish to admit it or not, whether you want to ignore it or not, there are a set of premises that we are going off of, assumptions that do represent a host of philosophical or theological positions. These may be things that come to you intuitively. They may be things that you've been brought up to think. They may be part of the popular culture that you basically breathe the air of growing up, or that you've been cultivated in without even necessarily reflecting on it too much. The second key assumption of the course is that as your companion on this journey in this course, I'm in a position to share with you the perspective that I have in between what you might call an insider and an outsider. In one sense, I have inhabited, I do inhabit a set of reflections that help me to arrive at conclusions regarding certain aspects of what a worldview can look like. I'm going to share with you aspects of inhabiting that perspective, but also assumed, in addition to sharing that insider perspective as your companion on this journey, I'm also going to be sharing a bit of an outsider's reflection, trying to look at what I'm saying from a bird's eye view, given my training, graduate academic studies, as well as other forms of pursuit of knowledge and traditional circles of learning, not only in the modern secular universities, but also in more traditional religious settings, to share with you this in between insider outsider perspective. So, on the one hand, you will get a sense of a particular strand of Muslim thinking about a worldview, but at the same time, you'll also get reflections from an outsider's perspective of what other ways there are to see the world, whether it's outsider to that particular Muslim, meaning there are other Muslim types of thinking, but they differ in approach and school of thought, and as well as outside of the folds of a Muslim's thinking, perhaps beyond even religious thinking. So, a perspective that's perhaps more secular and would be more helpful to think through as a way to navigate not only interfaith discussions, but in a secular setting, navigate discussions that do not take a sectarian position at all, but rather try to avoid a prescriptive position, period. In that sense, you will see a combination in this course of an insider's way of thinking about the world, seeing the world, and prescribing a way of living in the world. And then you'll also see a bit of an outsider's descriptive analytical characterization of that insider view and comparing it with other ways of seeing the world. So, if that sounds interesting, let's begin.